All right, so the first step in the chat demo is to actually make yourself available to handle chats. So you're going to go down to this omni-channel menu and you're going to make yourself online. That's pretty much everything you need to do for this demo to be ready. The next step is to get to the page where we actually have the chat button. So you can copy the link from that demo link button on the home page, or you can just click it and open it up yourself. So if you open it up, well, you're chatting with yourself. But if you give anyone that URL, their chats will route to you directly. So at the bottom of the page, we have this chat button. Okay, and this page is representing like a generic service and support page you might have for your customers. The first thing it's going to do is ask them who they are. Now you could type in your own info, or you could go back into the EDO and just find some existing contact, get their name, get their email address, and you can populate the form using that. All right, you'll wait a second for the chatbot to answer. You'll get a little welcome message and then a menu of options. Now you could just skip the menu and chat directly with a person. That'll immediately route the chat to you as the agent, okay? But let's walk through some of these other menu options first. So you can, for example, read the knowledge base. And what we built here were two options. You could read the FAQ, so a specific knowledge article, or you could search the knowledge base and it'll ask you for what term you'd like it to return the results. So put in whatever you want, something generic like order, issue, product, and we've got some knowledge articles there to share with you. And you could do that over and over. You could keep searching for more articles, or you can go back to the main menu. You could click the little button there, or you can just type menu and it'll understand that you meant, the main menu option. So you're back to the main menu. Now we can look at orders. So based on what you typed in, based on your contact info, it can actually find the orders related to that contact's account. And you can select an order. So let's say order number 4513 here, and that shows you the details. And in this case, we've given you an option. You can actually click the reorder button, and it'll basically create a new order that matches all the same specifics of that previous order. We just want to show you that it's possible to not just view records, but create and take action on these records as well. We also have a similar menu choice for cases, support issues. So you can view your existing cases, or you can open a new support case. And when you view your recent cases, it'll bring back a list of the cases tied to the contact. And if you actually look on that contact record, whichever contact you selected, you'll find that case. You'll see that the case number matches up, and we can select it here in chat. So you select your option, and the bot will bring back a high-level summary of that case and what status it's currently in. And we give you the option to close the case if you no longer need any help. And so the bot actually does update that case record. So if you were to switch back into Salesforce and refresh that page or refresh that list, you'll see that case is now actually closed. All right, when you're done going through all the different menu options available to you, you can finally route the chat to an agent. Now this will route it directly to you, the person giving the demo. Assuming you're online, you'll hear a little chime, and you can hover over that chat request, see the initial details they entered in on the form, and when you're ready, you can answer it. And it will pop open this new kind of chat layout for you. And you can see it's got a support case already created, the contact is already associated with this chat, and we can now look at the contact record or even the support case. So we have those relevant records automatically open. And now you can just chat. So go into the chat box and just send some message to this pretend customer, and you'll get a message there. And they can type back to you. Now here's an interesting thing. If they don't submit their chat message, you as the agent can get a sneak peek of what it is they're going to type to you. So if the customer takes a long time to type, you have a bit of an insight of what that message is going to be. You don't have to wait until they hit enter for you to start acting. So you can keep chatting back and forth for as long as you like, or you can try out some of these other options, like requesting a file. So the agent can actually request a photo or a PDF to be attached to the chat transcript, and they'll be able to see it here. Now you do see the options for transferring the chat and for conferencing people into the chat, but those aren't really going to work in the EDO. The way we've set up our security permissions here, you can't see other agents, so no one will be available for you to transfer to. But I thought those buttons would be important for you to at least know that capability exists. There's also a quick text. So you can click that button and search through a list of the most common messages that you might send to a customer. So you don't have to type it out every time and potentially make spelling errors. You can just select from the menu and it will automatically insert that into the chat. There's a few other things you can do as well, like search the knowledge base right from here. So if the customer has a particular problem, you can find the issue and copy paste that answer right into the chat transcript. And when you're done, you can go ahead and just end your chat. And you can navigate to the case record that was automatically opened for you when the chat was started, and you'll see that the chat transcript has been tagged to this case. So if someone in the future comes back to the support issue to try and see what happened, this conversation you just had with the customer is going to be part of that case feed.